And I have a guest in the studio. Well, you have some pretty high titles here.
Wow.
You are the whole UP commander of in Michigan of Zone 5. And you were previously the district commander, right?
That's correct.
Oh, can you explain what Zone 5 is?
Well, for those of you that don't know, my name is Tom.
Oh, yeah,
Chernetsky.
Tom Chernick. Sorry. It's Monday.
Yeah. No, the American Legion, obviously its headquarters for Michigan is in Lansing. So here in the UP, it's divided into two districts. There's 19 districts total within the whole state of Michigan. The UP has two districts, the east and the west. I was commander of the eastern side,
Okay.
which is District 11. And then last year I got elected to the zone, of which there are 5 zones in the state of Michigan, the UP being Zone
Okay.
5. So I'm currently the Zone 5 commander
Wow.
for the Department of Michigan Legion.
Wow. That's a big job.
It keeps me busy. It's fulfilling.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
So, I've always wanted to ask, like, what do veterans do once they are out of the service? Or, like,
Well-
what did you do?
Well, I retired. I spent 20 years active, and then I retired. So I went into civilian mode. I got a job. I set up a big landscaping business. That's what I wanted to do, and I did that for a year. Found out that was harder than being a Marine, and I went to work with GM. Most guys that 3-4 years that are in the service, it was a break to them. All their buddies are going to college or whatever, and they basically get out of town to get their heads together. So it's a turning point in a young man's or young woman's life when they come up for reenlistment, and not many stay,
Right.
but they have their time to prepare. Hopefully they've
Yeah.
prepared. And there are some that run around that are kind of mentally
Lost.
lost, financially lost, and that's where we try to jump in and help. It's not a charity, It's I guess the best way to say what would they do when they come out there. Most of them are kind of confused. I would
Yeah.
say 90% come out and they really don't know. It's a shock. So the services are getting better about preparing them for this. And
Yeah.
then we have here in our area, we've got the American Legion, the Disabled American
Oh,
Veterans,
yes.
DAV. We've got AMVETS, the VFW. So these service organizations all embrace these guys just kept coming out. So it's getting the word out that we're there. Believe it or not,
Right.
we lived in Menominee, there's an American Legion, there's a DAV, you see us at brat sales. But we want to get the word out to these young kids that you don't pay attention to that when you're in high school.
No.
You get out of
No.
high school, you go into the service, come back home, and you don't realize maybe their mom and dad don't. We got to get the word out there.
Right.
And once they come in and see us at any of these, I'm just not repping the Legion here. They come and see anybody. We can point them in the right direction. Like the number one thing is go get evaluated at the VA.
Yeah.
As soon as you have your post exit physical, and but they aren't looking for. They're just making sure you're okay to release into society.
So they're physically okay, but
Yeah.
what about mentally okay?
Well,
Do they see a psychiatrist? Do they have a testing for that? Because I think sometimes they are mentally not challenged, but they're having problems dealing with day to day or other things.
that is a really good point because one of my personal pet peeves is I don't think the service, the military, really looks after their mental health. Like they
Right.
should. So there are a lot of people that are discharged with problems.
Right.
So, and then on the other hand, it's a double-edged sword. The VA system is just now starting to look at mental health. It's a big thing. It started
Yeah.
with PTSD, and all these services, when all the money started coming at it, was because people were feigning they had PTSD. So you had all these guys walking around acting like they were not right in the head because they were collecting $3,000-4,000 a month.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that stuff came down, and then the government. Why are you spending so much money? You want us to take care of the vets? Well, let's make sure these guys are really sick, because not only does it really hurt our economy, It hurts the other veterans
Right.
that don't have the money to do it. It hurts the veterans that are currently in the system with real problems, and they see these posers. And so, yeah, when you support the VA and the vets, you're not support. Even if you look at a vet and say, you know, he's a malingerer, he thinks the world owes him.
Oh.
Well, if there's a serious problem, and that guy is, in fact, feigning his illness, we want to be able to figure that out.
Right.
And you need to be educated to be able to do that. They need money, and so it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
You know,
It's hard.
it is hard.
It is hard. But, you know, you guys are trying to, these service organizations are trying to help as best as they can. But you can't be with them 24 hours a day.
No.
You know, so you do what you do and hope for the best.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example of what happened. Probably a month ago, I got a phone call from another friend of mine who's very active in the veterans world. He said, "Hey, I just got a call. I got a guy who's ready to commit suicide.
Oh,
He's either
no.
going to kill himself or he's going to kill somebody else. Where do I bring him?" So, boom, 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 Iron Mountain. I'll give it. So I tried to set it all up. He drove all the way up to Iron Mountain. They wouldn't accept him because they're not open on the weekends.
Oh, no.
So they told him to bring him to the police department.
Oh.
So but he would be arrested.
Oh.
So,
Well,
yeah, I mean, what do you do?
What do you do?
He brought him back to our area, back to the Menominee Marinette area, made a bunch of other phone calls, and all these 1-800 numbers for suicide and all that stuff, they'll actually put you on hold sometimes.
oh, yeah, because it's
it's
busy.
silly. So we got him private help, and we're currently working on a system for somebody that not only is a danger to himself but other people without getting them arrested right away. The kid had never
Oh.
had any problems at all. Now, if he had been arrested over this, it would have ruined his life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one silly mistake, outburst, and feeling bad mental episode would have ruined his life.
Absolutely.
So they need help. We don't need to lock these people up. They need help. I mean, it's the whole system.
Exactly.
Mental health is a big problem in our society. So, and right now it's affecting veterans big time. Big time.
Big time. It's hard. I know. You know, it's challenging, and you just never know when you are going to be triggered. You know, we could be sitting here and just saying something or looking at something could trigger you. You just don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, but well, I
That's all
think.
your dolls in here are doing to me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
getting a little triggered.
Oh my gosh. Well, we better go. That way you can
We
get
should,
out
we
of here.
should. So I can go have breakfast at the American Legion this morning.
Yes. What are
I
you
gotta give
cooking?
that Toto. It's scrambled eggs,
Pancakes?
biscuits, and
Ooh.
gravy,
Oh my.
sausage, toast, all your fun little
Yeah.
donuts and coffee cakes.
Oh,
and
yummy.
orange juice and coffee.
How much is it?
$8 if you're not a veteran.
Okay.
And if you're a veteran, it is free.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
And listen, you don't have to have any proof. Just walk in and say you're a vet. If you're going to walk into American Legion and lie that you're a veteran, you deserve a free breakfast. Because it's such a small town.
Yeah.
Everybody says,
Come
"Well, are
on.
we going to check?" It's like, we don't need to check around here for all you know.
Oh gosh. Well, if you guys are hungry for breakfast, stop on in to the American Legion.
And at 9 o'clock, of course, we have the big ceremony at the Menominee High School
That's right.
in the gym. It was... there was information that it was at Blesh. It went out for 2 weeks. It was at Blesh.
Yeah.
And then like 3 days ago, they changed it. Or I don't know if they changed it or they realized the mistake in it.
Oh, no.
But it's at the high school gym.
Okay.
9 o'clock. And there's the first couple of rows are set up for veterans.
Veterans. Oh, perfect. Well, that should be. They may even stream that. I don't know. I'll have to check.
That'd be nice, yeah.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you got
Yeah.
a job at 9 o'clock. We'll bring your camera over there.
goodness gracious, I got jobs everywhere.
Yes, you do. And you do it well, Melissa.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Tom, for
Yeah, thanks for
last
having me.
minute coming in. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
It was last week.
It was last minute, but I want to say Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you very much.
to you and
People
to.
like you made it worthwhile.
Oh, thank you. I have a lot of veterans in my family, and I know, how hard they fight for our country. So, I want to say thank you to all the veterans out there, and we'll see you again next